Hi, Yoram here, and in this video I'm going to upload a video completely into KDP. This is going to be a paperback. I already wrote the book, I already formatted it, and I will talk more about that in a different video. But for now, what we're going to do is actually upload it, or go through the process of uploading. First thing is we're going to go to the website kdp.amazon.com. KDP is the publishing arm of Amazon, or self-publishing arm of Amazon. It stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, as you can see on the left. One thing to keep in mind is it's not Kindle only. They do promote a lot of the Kindle work. You do it through the same platform, but right now we're going to upload a paperback. The book that I wrote is the fourth in the series, Can I Trust You? It's a 100-page book, and I'll talk about why it's important to have a 100-page when I'll talk about the cover. So for now, I'm going to sign in for my account. And I'm getting to my what's called the bookshelf. One thing to notice, this is where you create a new title. This is a Kindle ebook or a paperback. We're going to do a paperback. And one thing that you'll notice is that there are quite a few books that I already have up here. You will see that this one, the Workbook of Trust, it's live. There are some unpublished changes. So apparently I've done some changes that were unpublished yet. There's the Book of Trust. The Book of Trust exists in two formats. It's live in both of them. It's a Kindle ebook as well as a paperback. And you will notice that I had the first edition. This is the second edition of the Book of Trust. I have the first edition, and you will notice that it is unpublished. So it was published. It's not really a draft. It's just unpublished because what I did was I just unpublished it after the second edition came out, so that buyers will not be confused. So for example, if I went to the paperback here, there are several things that I can do. One of them is to unpublish a print book or unlink books from my account. This is not what I want to do. I'm going to create a new book. So we're going to create a new paperback. The first question is, what is the book title? What I'm going to do is I already designed the cover, and I'm going to just bring up the cover that you can see here. And the title of the book is Can I Trust You? Control C. And I'm going to go back and put Can I Trust You? The subtitle, it is optional, but let's assume that it's going to help in searching for this book. So I'm going to put the subtitle. Plus, I have the same subtitle for my other books. This is 60 plus 1 habits that will help you build trust and be a trusted project manager. So we're going to put this here, and it's all in. Let's make sure that I don't have any typos, because those are things that you will not be able to change later. There are a lot of things you can change. This is not one of them. If your book is part of a series, add series details so readers can easily find titles. You know what? I think that this time I would probably do that. And every now and then it's going to save, as you could see. Existing series. Let's look at series. We found nothing on this series. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll just create a new series. Main content. This book is one of the or related content. So I'm going to just, you know what? I'm going to skip it for now. And we'll get back to it maybe later if I can still change it. Edition number, it's optional. This is the first edition of this book. Author, I'm going to put my name. And I'm going to add the PhD at the end simply because it's consistent with everything else. Contributors, are there any other contributors? I know you see the author here and you think that you need to put your name here. No, your name is already here as the author. But you could have another author. One of my books I did with somebody else. An editor, if you want to put up here. There's even an introduction or a preface. And in one of my books, I put a foreword. Somebody wrote a foreword for my book, and he does have another book, or did have. Unfortunately, he passed, and I included that here. Okay, description. That is actually something that you can change later, but what I'll do now is I'll just get the description that I wrote on the back of this book. Now you'll notice that it's actually made of two parts graphically. So I'm going to have to put the first part first. Let's close this and put the first part, and then go back and put the second part. The reason I split it in two is because of the picture. I wanted this to cover the picture, and it doesn't work as good as it does within Word, within the inline text. So we are down to here, and I will complete the rest of it. Now, one thing to notice is you may want to start editing this and make sure that things start in new lines. And what I found is that they actually don't. This is not 50 plus 1 habit. This is actually 60. You know what? Let me make sure that I'm not mistaken and that I do have 60 here. So this is the book itself. The book is edited already. It says 60 here. And let's make sure that the last habit is actually habit number 58, 59, and 60. And then we go to the plus 1. Okay, so I do have my 60 habits here. I did write everything. I did write anywhere that it's 60. So caught this. And in fact, since I brought this from the cover, then let's make sure that I correct it here as well. And we'll save it. Caught a mistake. Okay, let's make sure that I have everything. Research shows this is everything that I started writing. Build trust, be trusted. This tip book includes a summary of the 8 laws, 60 plus habits, know who to trust. I don't need an extra space, so we're going to finish here. You'll see that I have a lot of characters left, so there's good room to write more. Publishing rights, I own the copyright and hold necessarily rights. I'm going to highlight this. Nobody else owns any rights. Keywords, I can write project manager. I can write trust, teamwork, productivity. I do believe that I can change these words later, so I'm not going to get too hung up on getting the right words here. Leadership. I'm going to keep that at that. Maybe add trustworthiness. Maybe even creativity. So I filled all 7 of them. Categories. The categories can change over time. And in fact, there are categories that the whole category thing is a little screwed up here. So I'm going to choose a couple of categories now. But after the book comes out, I'm going to revisit this and I'm going to shoot another video that would show you how to change the categories later. So we're going to choose categories here. And let's see, this is a nonfiction. I think that business is probably the right category for it, the most category. Let's see if we can find something. Business communication, maybe. I think that there should be something better here. Consulting, that's what I do, but not necessarily what the book is about. Decision-making, problem-solving sounds kind of better. Entrepreneurship, you know what? I can highlight entrepreneurship for now. I can only choose 2 categories at this time. Later, I will be able to increase this to 10 categories. Let's see, what else do we have? Industrial management, human resources, personnel management could be one, but I have a sense that we're going to find something better. Every time you have a plus, that means that there are additional subcategories. Let's see what else we find. Organizational behavior. I like organizational behavior, but I suspect that we're going to have project management. Guess what? It did not let me because I already chose 2. So we're going to eliminate entrepreneurship. I'm going to leave organizational behavior and add to that project management. Talk about a good category for it. That's one. So I'm going to save. Now we have the 2 categories. It's not a large print. Does this book contain language, situation, or images inappropriate for children under 18? No, not really. Save and continue. So we're going through 3 pages here. in the KDP process. So we've done the paperback detail first. Now we're getting into the content, and as you can see, it's in progress. At any point in time, I can go to the bottom and just say save as draft. Save as and continue means that I'm going to the next one. Okay, ISBN. This is the number of this book. This is the catalog number of this book. This is an international number. Only one book will get this number. I can use my own number. I can buy numbers and have a series of numbers. You typically buy them, if I remember correctly, for $150. You get 10 numbers, 10 consecutive numbers that you can use. But since I'm only doing it with KDP, and you can only use this with KDP, I can ask them to assign a free KDP number. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to click on this. You can use free KDP ISBN to publish your book, but it will be used on KDP for distribution in Amazon. It cannot be used with any other publisher. That's okay. That's what I'm going to do. So assign ISBN, and guess what? We are getting an ISBN number. I'm going to take, actually the N is number. I'm going to take this number, Control C, and I'm going to go back, not to my cover, because the ISBN does not appear on the cover. It will appear on a barcode, and you'll see how we handle the barcodes, but I'm actually going to put it inside of the book. So as I go through the book, there is a page there, and in another video, I'm going to describe how I formatted the interior of the book. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the number. So remember, there's typically a dash after the first 3 lines. If I want to keep the formatting, I'm going to right-click here and just choose numbers. And you can see that it showed up exactly the same format. At this point, this was the last thing that needed to exist in this book. I'm pretty sure everything else is good, so I'm going to save this one last time. I'm actually going to save this as a new number. I changed the revisions, so the way I titled them is kind of a name that makes sense. 21 is the year. This is the first edition in this year. 23 was the last version of it. I'm still in the same edition, and I'm going to save. And that's it. Now the ISBN is part of the book, and it is included. Do you have to make the ISBN part of the book here? Probably not, but I've seen other books and they all have it, so do I. Again, nothing here, and we're going to go back to uploading it. Publication date. Publication date is only if it was published before today's date. Otherwise, it's going to be published when it gets published. Print options. Black and white interior with cream paper. Typically good for fiction books. Black and white interior with white paper. That's the more standard one. That's the one that I'm doing. So I'm going to choose this one. Trim size. So what is the trim size? 6x9. Typically, most of my books are 6x9. So what I'm going to do now is, because I don't remember necessarily exactly what was the size, of course I can just look at the cover, because the cover will tell me. If this is the cover, the width is going to be twice as much. And I'm not even going to look here. I'm just going to look at the design. Not at the design, I'm sorry, at the layout. And in the layout, oddly enough, I don't have, I did not highlight anything. So the layout, we're going to see the size. And the size that I see here, I'll just click on more. I'm at 11 by 825, which means that my book size is 5.5 by 5.5 by 825. I don't think that is the case. Oh no, it's 5.25. Something is just a little off here. Since I copied, this book is the 4th in a series, and I copied the cover and the interior when I started, I'm just going to remind myself what was the size of my other book. So I'm back to sign in, and you can see that my new book is already here as draft in work. If I scroll down at some point, I'm going to hit one of the other books and I'm going to see what the size is over there. At some point, as I said, we will get there. There it is. This is the first book in the series. If I go to Paperback, I'm going to go to Edit Print Book Details. Actually, we'll go to Content, Continue Without Saving. And in Content, we'll see that the size is 5 1/4 by 8 inches. And that's probably why I had the size of 8 1/4 by 11, which is amazing because it's exactly the same size as a regular letter paper. But you need to keep a margin, a border around. So we're going to say that the book is, what we say, 5 1/4 by 8. This is the size of the book. Is this the size that I have here? Yes, it's 5 1/4 by 8. This is a previous book in the series. Bleed settings. So I'm not going to talk too much about bleed, but bleed is something related to the interior and how far from the absolute edge of paper do I have content and does it need to bleed. So we don't have any bleed. Paperback cover finish, I typically do, or at least this series, with glossy. Some of my books are not glossy. And guess what? The next part is upload the paperback manuscript. I'm going to go back to the manuscript, and what you'll see is this is the manuscript. It's already formatted. It's already done. And I can save, file, save as, and one of the options is going to be as PDF. I'm not using that. The reason I'm not using that is because this is Microsoft's version of PDF, which is limited by the resolution. To have, especially since I do have a few visuals here, a few graphics, images here, you want to make sure that your resolution of the images is at least 300 dots per inch, DPI, 300 DPI. Microsoft saves with 150 DPI. I think maybe the maximum is 220, but it does not do 300. Instead, because I do have the Adobe Acrobat, the Adobe Creative Cloud Suite, I do have Acrobat, and it did get installed here, and I'm going to create PDF using that. Just before I do that, I'll just hit Preferences and make sure that the settings are for high quality print, which means that I'm going to get the highest resolution possible, which will be, I believe, even more than 300 DPI. And now we're going to create PDF. Adobe PDF needs to save the file. Well, it didn't save, so now we'll let it save. Adobe is working. At this point, it asks if I want to save it. Yes, I do want to save it. The place where I am saving this is in the same directory where I have the Word document. You can see that there's nothing PDF there as of yet. I'm going to save. You can see, meanwhile, at the bottom that I have 99 pages. My limit is 100 for this, and was 22-something thousand words. I'm going to bring it here in PDF just to take a good look at it. Nope, this is not a good time for me. And if I go to View in PDF in Adobe Reader, this is the reader itself. In Page Display, I'm going to allow 2-page. And now we can see it. Now, keep in mind one thing, and that is that what you're seeing is this page is actually going to be on the right, and this page is going to be the next one on the left. So as long as you keep that in mind, then you'll know if things work well. You can see as far as margins that I have a narrower margin here and a wider margin there, but that's because this page is actually on the right and this one is the next one. So as long as you keep that in mind, I'm sure there is a way to change how that works, but I wonder if I can just say 8. No, does the same thing. So I'm just taking a brief look at it. I already saw that before to make sure that it still looks fine. And again, I can still update things. You can see graphics and some things that do require good resolution. This is actually an image by itself. And I'm just taking a quick brief look to make sure It looks pretty good. I'll skip all the way to the end. More books in the series. Looks good. Our PDF looks good, so I'm going to go back and, well, I actually do need to close it because otherwise it would say that the file is being used, and I'm going to upload the manuscript. So back to the same directory. This is the file I've just created, and we are uploading. While we are uploading, I'm going to do the same thing to the cover. The cover is ready. I already fixed it. I do tend to put the price on it, the retail price. Would it be sold for a lower price? It can, but I like people to know that this is the price that it's being sold for. And by the way, when I speak and sometimes I bring books with me, I would sell it for $10, which is an easier amount to get out. Plus, people get the sense of, oh, great, there is a discount on this book. Okay, one other thing. You remember that I said that I have 100 pages. What would happen if I had fewer than 100 pages? With fewer than 100 pages, they're not going to, that's KDP, Amazon, will not let me put any text on the spine because they're going to be worried that it's going to not be accurately in the middle or accurately enough. I will show you in another video how you create the cover, how you even create the interior, and what are the right sizes, because you do go beyond. If you remember, this is 11 inches wide. The book width is really, each side is 5 1/4. So 5 1/4 plus 5 1/4, that's 10 1/2, plus the middle, plus another 1/8 of an inch on each side. And again, 1/8 of an inch top and bottom. This is why my 8 inch became a total of 8 1/2. Once again, we're going to use Adobe Acrobat. We're going to make sure that we're in high quality print. We're good. And I'm going to create a PDF. Of course, it needs to save it. So we're saving it. We're still in the same directory. And I am saving the cover. Manuscript was uploaded successfully. It is processing right now. So we may still find problems, but this should not stop us to, oh, I'm sorry, I just clicked on Launch Cover Creator. It will give you an opportunity to see what it is, but I'm not going into it. They have their own tool. Amazon KDP has their own tool to help you design covers. And it's really easy. It's really easy to use. However, as you already saw, I have designed my own cover. And as a result, I'm going to get out of it. And instead of using Cover Creator, I'm going to check that I'm going to upload my own cover. So upload the cover file. There is a limited number of formats, but I'm going to use the one that I just created. It's in Adobe. And we are uploading it. And then we're just going to wait. You can see that the cover was uploaded successfully. You'll notice that it says, check this box if the cover you've uploaded you are uploading includes a barcode. If you don't check this box, we will add the barcode for you, and then they give you some help on guidance on barcode size and placement. So, you know, while we're waiting, I'm just going to open this in another tab, and you can see that they have their guidelines. By the way, this is the guidelines to create the cover. I'm sure that I'll get back to that in another video. Where do you put the spine text? See, they're going to take 1/4 inch from the side, 1/4 inch from the bottom is where they're going to place the barcode. And so as long as I left enough space in my design, if I go to my cover design, I did leave enough space for the barcode to come in here, they will place it, and you will see it actually pretty soon. Okay, with that, let's go back and see if the file is still being processed. And at this time, the manuscript was uploaded successfully. They did not find any reason, an immediate reason to reject it. The cover was uploaded successfully. You can see that it's here. You can even see that they put the barcode. The next step is we're going to launch a previewer. You will notice every time you make a little change, it's going to say it looks like you've made some changes to the manuscript. Please review and approve these. You cannot move before you actually preview the book. So I'm going to click on Launch the Previewer. And what you'll see is this time it's going to be the closest that you'll be to actually see what your book looks like before you publish. This is the cover. Looks pretty good. One thing is, look on the left. Look on the left and see if there are any showstoppers. They will tell you that there are no showstoppers. So the first one, it says there are fixes. They removed some non-printable markups from your document. Those are all kinds of artifacts that came from either Word or from Adobe Acrobat. You can see how well it placed the barcode. Here's a little thing, and you can see why I placed the price where I did. One interesting thing is the barcode is actually made of two parts. The first part is for the ISBN. This is the number that was allocated to us that we put inside the book. The second part is for the price. Some people would put the price here in barcode. My preference is to not put the price in the barcode, and this is their preference as well. And therefore, you get the number 90,000, 9000. Okay, let's see. They've removed something. They are asking me to check something. We can help you and fix issues. Hover over the mouse to hear about to learn more about what they represent. The title you entered is Can I Trust You? Make sure that that this is the name of the book. Yes, it is. Author name you entered is Yoram Solomon, PhD. They extracted that, and make sure that this is what it is. This is the ISBN. It is paperback. They wanted to check to prevent spine text from repping into the front or cover. No, it looks like spine is right where it needs to be, at the spine. Check to prevent text from being cut off. So there are border lines. So the middle line here, the middle dashed line, that's really the size of the book. This is the size of the cover that I provided them, just to be on the safe side in case they don't cut it well. That's the 1/8 of an inch all around. The red line is actually 1/8 of an inch inside from the real cut line, just again in case they are cutting it off not exactly the right place. So you want to make sure that nothing crosses the red line, but know that the second dashed line is where it's going to be. Well, this looks good. Let's see. Please check if you used a template. Make sure that your customizer removed all the placeholder text. Yes, sometimes that remains, but I don't have that. Let's click on. Now we have the book. This time you're going to see it the way it looks. So this actually is the back of the front cover. And this is what the front page, the first page is going to be. This is my dedication page. Looks good to me. This is the back of the dedication page. It does have the ISBN. Table of content starts on the right side. And again, this time it looks like it should. Pages 4 and 5. 4, back of the previous page. 5, front of this page. End of the table of content. Forward. Let's keep on looking. I'm going pretty quickly, but I already know what I'm looking for, and it does look good. This is my signatures. This is the end of the front part. Be good at what you do. This is the first habit. I wanted to make sure that the icons are in the middle, towards the spine, and the rest is towards the text is on the output. I'm going to go really quickly to make sure that this is what I see for all of them. And this is it. I went through the entire book. Typically, I would have to admit, I have to do that like 20 times, because even as I go through the reviewer, all of a sudden I find something that I didn't catch when I was looking at it as a Word document, not even as a PDF, and I find something and, oh, this is really annoying. I need to fix this. I'm a perfectionist, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I catch something and I go, well, I don't want that to stay here. In this case, I'm pretty happy with what I see. So I can exit it here, but I will need at some point to approve it. So this time, I'm just going to approve it. So I have approved the proof copy through the previewer. And we're done with this part. Let's go over it. Everything was uploaded successfully, cover uploaded successfully. We launched the previewer, and this is the first time they're telling me what the printing cost is going to be. So it says 99 pages. Most likely it's going to have 100, simply because you can't have a page that only has one side. So it's going to be 100, and they're definitely not going to take off the last one, so it's 98. And that is the same price that I have on for the other books, the other 3 books in the series. I can click on this and let's see what other marketplaces prices are going to be in the UK, in Germany, France, Spain, Italy, Japan, and our friends in the north in Canada. I'm happy with that, and we're going to go to the last page. And the last page, save and continue. At any point I can save this as a draft and say I'm done for now. All territories, individual territories. Let's go with all territories. Pricing and royalty. So this would be the time when we decide what the price of the book is. But you already know what it is because I published it on the cover of the book. And let's just make sure that I did say $11.95. I did say $11.95. Let's just check one more thing, and that is, let's look at this book and make sure that this book is actually $11.95 as well, because all the books in this series are the same price. Yes, it is. It is $11.95, and therefore we're back to our book. This is our current book, and the price is going to be $11.95. Before I put $11.95, I want you to notice that there is a minimum price. There is a maximum price. Well, you know what? If you can charge more than $250 for a 99-page book, man, I admire you. But I don't. I'm not that good, so $11.95. There is a minimum. The reason for the minimum, at this minimum price, I'm going to get 0 royalty. But they need to make their money. So they're making the $215 plus whatever additional money that they're going to make. But we're going to call it $11.95. This is the price. And immediately you can see that at $11.95, if the printing cost $215, my royalty is going to be just over $5 per book at 60%. It's 60% of everything minus printing minus their cost. Do we want expanded distribution as well? Reach more readers by adding bookstores, online retailers? Sure, why not? We're going to check this box. All it does is it says in the expanded distribution is going to be 40%. So I'm only going to be making $2.63. There are 7 other marketplaces, and we want to get them all. So there was an expanded distribution in UK that we have just elected as well. And at this point, we are covered with everything that they have. It can take up to 72 hours for your book to be available for purchase. Now, you may wonder, why am I not getting a printed proof copy? Well, the way this works, and I really found out with the first book in this series. First of all, let me just hit publish your paperback book, and I can explain it to you while this is happening. The first book in this series of 4, the one that's Can I Trust You? 50 plus 1 habits that'll make you a trustworthy salesperson. As before I get there, Can I Trust You will help you build trust. 60 plus 1 habits that will help you build trust and be trusted, a trusted project manager. That's exactly what I wanted. $11.95. Start your ebook now. They already want you to convert that to Kindle, and I will convert it to Kindle, and I will take you through the process, but in another video. They are telling me that now they're ensuring that it meets KDP's guidelines for book details, and it can take up to 72 hours. And this takes us exactly to why am I not doing this as why am I not getting a proof, an author proof copy, printed proof copy first. When I published the first book in the series, Can I Trust You? 50 plus 1 habits that will make you a trustworthy salesperson, that's what I did. I was done. I had 80-something pages. I was not aware of the 100-page limitation under which they're not letting you put any text on the spine. And I do want text on the spine because when it is in a bookshelf, spine is the only thing you can see. And I want them to see more than just white and green or white in purple as in this book. I want them to actually see the name, the readers who put the book in their bookshelves. Well, that I ordered a print proof copy. I got the print proof copy. I went over it. I liked it. I did exactly what I did here, which is authorized it, hit the publish button, and then it went through the review process. And I thought, well, that's crazy. Why do you go through the review process after I already authorized the print proof copy of it? Well, that's how it works. Guess what? They rejected it. And the reason that they rejected it was that it had less than 100 pages and I had text on the spine. So I had to add pages to that book and resubmit that. When it had 100 pages, they allowed me to put the text on the spine. By the way, the text on the spine of the proof copy was great, but that's below their standards. So I learned since then that what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit it, go through the proof copy virtually or digitally, as you saw here, approve it, not let anybody know that the book is available yet, order a proof copy after the book was published. I'm actually going to order it faster by ordering it through my Amazon Prime account, not even as an author copy. So I'm going to pay full price, $11.95, which, by the way, is going to give me 60% or $5.02 back. But I'm going to get it the fastest way there. That way, because getting proof copies or author copies takes longer than ordering it as a customer. So I'm not telling anybody that the book is actually available already. We're going to wait for it to be published. I'm going to order the copy. I'm going to show you the copy. And then we're going to decide if we're going to release it or not. We're done for now. I'll take you through a few other videos. I'll show you in a few other videos how to format, how to edit, how to do other things for cover design and so on, or how I did them here. But for now, I just wanted to take you in this video through the process of creating and uploading it into KDP and really all the way to publishing it. One more thing, if I go to my bookshelf now at KDP, I sign into KDP, what you will see is that there is another book here. You can see the front cover. They already cut the front from the rest of it. You can see that it is in review and that it will be reviewed within 72 hours, $11.95. I can continue the setup. Actually, no, I cannot. While it is in review, you can't do anything. So for the next 72 hours, I can't do anything. Again, they are recommending that I do creating a Kindle ebook or link an existing Kindle ebook, because there was always the possibility that I already created that in Kindle and I just didn't link the two together. I haven't. I will be creating Kindle. I'll do that in another video. Right now, we're just waiting. We're going to get an email from them. They say 72 hours. Typically, it took me about 24 hours. So tomorrow, I expect to get an email from them saying that it was approved or that there were issues. We will see tomorrow, and I will add it to this video. Well, it didn't even take 24 hours, and I received an email this morning, just 12 minutes ago, from Amazon, from KDP, that the paperback book is available in the Amazon store. So it is available. I have not mentioned it to anyone because, frankly, I don't know what it looks like. I'm not sure what it looks like. I think that by now, with enough experience that I have with Amazon and KDP publishing, I know that how to correlate what I saw in the digital viewer with what it's going to look like, and I had not have any problem yet. These are the different options, and you can see that one of them is I can order copies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to KDP and I'm going to show you the way that I typically order them. So I'm going to sign in to my account, at KDP, it still remembers that I was on. You can see that the book is there. You can see that it says that the book is live, and I can order author copies. Now, I can make all kinds of changes, including I can even change the book content, edit the book content. The one thing is, if I do edit the book content and change, update, upload something new, what will happen is the book is still going to stay live, but it would say that it has some unpublished changes. Okay, so I'm going to order author copies. Let's see what that looks like. Sign in again. And it asks me how many do I want to order. I'm going to put one, and I'm going to show you how that works. You're going to have to select a marketplace, and we're going to choose the one here in the US. That would make it the fastest. And it says the total cost is $2.15. Remember, that's the author copy price. And that's one of the big advantages of working with KDP or self-publishing in general, as opposed to a regular publisher, because you really get a great price for the author copies. And if you are going to, like me, sometimes do a workshop, a keynote or something, and deliver books as part of it, that makes it a lot more economical. I'm going to submit the order, and the order was received, and now I'm getting this is the book. And note that it says that it usually ships within 10 days, and that's kind of the issue. And I'm going to add one more thing, and you'll see I'm going to add the book by itself. So let's click on it here, and you can see this is the page that it already has. Here it says available to ship in 1 to 2 days as an Amazon Prime member. Of course, I'm going to have to pay the full price. All the details of the book are here. Some details they said may take a while, including they said the description will take up to 5 days, but as you can see, the description is already here. I'm not going to validate right now that everything here is right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add one to the cart. So I have 2 items in my cart. Let's look at what I have. This one is going to be free delivery. This one is going to cost, the delivery is going to cost here. And if I'm going to proceed to checkout, let's see what happens. So that the free book, the $2.15 book, that would ship in about 10 days. So estimated delivery April 7th through April 9th. And it's going to cost $3.59 in shipping. This is my author copy. However, if I order the book at full price from Amazon as an Amazon Prime member, it's going to arrive this Friday. And by the way, it's going to be free shipping. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, I don't really need this as an author copy. I'm going to see what it looks like as a customer. So it's $11.95, free shipping, and it doesn't really matter at these low prices. Free shipping, here you can see the tax is going to be 99 cents, but tax I was going to pay anyway. And it's the most important part. Oh, by the way, out of the $12.94, take out $5.02 if you remember, because I'm actually going to get royalties for an order that I have placed because I ordered that as a regular customer. The most important part really is it's not the dollars and cents here. Even if this was a $100 book that I could buy for $2.15, the big deal is going to be the fact that it's going to arrive this Friday. I'm talking about arriving in 3 days from now. So I'm going to place the order. The book is on its way, should arrive 26th through 27th, so it's Friday or Saturday. I will update you as it arrives. I'll show you what it looks like, and that would probably be the end of this video. And this is it. The book has arrived Friday afternoon. It looks exactly like I planned for it to be, so I'm going to release it for publication. The entire process started Monday afternoon for about 40 hours, including all of my explanations for this video. The book was uploaded, the cover was uploaded, and I have reviewed it and published it. It took less than 24 hours. Tuesday morning at 6:45 a.m., I received an email from Amazon saying that we passed all the tests and it's ready. At that point, I ordered on Tuesday, I ordered a copy of the book. I did it through Prime. By Friday, the entire process was done. Monday to Friday, from the moment I started uploading the files until I held a paperback copy in my hand, ready to go. I recorded this video for you, based on what currently exists and what I know right now. But things change, new technology, new products, new software versions, new ideas that I get, some of them from viewers like you. If you want to be informed when I release new videos with new or updated content, subscribe to this channel and get notified when I release them. Oh, and you can also like this video. Also, check out my resources for speakers like you who want to do things yourself at thediyspeaker.com.